Hey guys, GP Jesus here. This video covers the types of efficiencies in AP microeconomics. There are two main types of efficiencies, along with one special point you might be asked about. There's allocative efficiency, productive efficiency, along with the break-even point. Allocative efficiency occurs when price is equal to marginal cost. The output is exactly the amount society wants. They are not producing more or less than the socially optimal quantity. Sometimes finding where price equals MC can be a little bit confusing, and so a better way to remember it is where MC is equal to demand. And if you think about it, this is where supply meets demand, as MC above the shutdown point is supply. If a government sets a price ceiling for a monopoly to try and attain allocative efficiency, this would be known as a socially optimal price. Productive efficiency is when a good is made at its lowest possible cost, or when price is at minimum ATC, where it uses the least resources possible. For example, if we produce to the right of minimum of ATC, and our total cost is this much, it's larger than the total cost at minimum ATC. It's using more resources, and it's not at the lowest possible cost. Now for monopolies, they'll often charge more while producing less. The government can regulate the monopoly with a price ceiling to a price where the monopoly makes normal profit, or zero economic profit, which is enough to keep the monopoly running. Break-even or fair return occurs where price is equal to ATC. Break-even or fair return occurs where price is equal to ATC, or also where ATC meets demand. Let's look at the graph. Here at the break-even point, our fair return pricing will be here. Our demand will show that our quantity is here. This shows all of our economic profit, but we can also see that average total cost is exactly at the same point. And so this would also be all of our total costs. Total costs will equal total revenue, and so they will generate normal profit. Let's take a look at this firm in a perfectly competitive market for strawberries, with the firm earning normal profit. We won't really need the market graph to illustrate the point. Perfectly competitive markets are the only efficient market structure, allocatively and productively, making it overall efficient. Don't believe me? You shouldn't. Check if Joe's Strawberries meets the criteria for each of the efficiencies with what I said earlier. Finally, let's check out the second challenge question on a monopoly graph. Copy this graph down on a piece of paper and locate the points of importance, including allocative and productive efficiency along with the break-even point. Alright, so allocative efficiency is quite easy. It's basically where marginal cost is equal to demand, which is right here. You can label that AE. Productive efficiency occurs at the minimum of ATC. Well, that's not too hard. It's right here. Now we just have to do the break-even point. So let's search for it. Break-even point, it occurs where ATC meets demand. So ATC, demand, wait, hold up. I can't find it. What do I do? Here's a tip. Always think through the question intuitively first. Break-even is where the firm earns normal profit. But, we can see from here that the firm's making a loss. And ATC never touches demand. You can see that the firm cannot earn normal profit. Therefore, there's no break-even point. That's all we have here. If this video helps you get a 5, like the video. If it didn't, leave a dislike. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or in my Discord. GP Jesus out. I died for your grades.